So you're thinking of moving to Las Vegas and you're thinking about moving to Paradise? In this video, we're going to go all through the suburb of Paradise, Nevada here in Las Vegas. So let's get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about moving to Las Vegas, living in Las Vegas, and the Las Vegas real estate market, go ahead and click subscribe, tap that bell for notifications, and you'll be the first to know for everything that's going on here in Las Vegas. Hey, my name is Anthony, and I'm a former attorney turned real estate professional who's been in the area since 1981, so I know a thing or two about Las Vegas. And every day, my team and I get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make their move to Las Vegas, and we absolutely love it. Look, if you're moving in the next 9 to 90 days, go ahead and shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call, or if you want to meet face-to-face, go ahead and book that Zoom call down below. It's the best way to do it. So as I said, today we're going to talk about the suburb of Paradise here in Las Vegas. Now, Paradise is not in the city of Las Vegas. There's 3 cities in the Las Vegas area. There's the city of North Las Vegas, there's the city of Las Vegas, and there's Henderson. The rest of the area that we consider Las Vegas is part of unincorporated Clark County. Paradise is a segment of that unincorporated area. It still has the Las Vegas name on your address. You would put Las Vegas. It's still in Las Vegas. It's just not in the city of Las Vegas. But let's talk about some of the pros and cons of living in the Paradise area of Las Vegas. The first pro of moving there is if you want to be close to the action, you don't get closer to it than Paradise. The Strip, the granddaddy of them all here in Las Vegas. That 3.5 to 4 miles by 1 mile area where 40+ million people a year come to take advantage of the gambling, the food, the entertainment on that strip is located not in the city of Las Vegas, but in Paradise. The strip is actually in your neighborhood. Also, the airport. Harry Reid International, what we still call McCarran, is located in Paradise as well. In addition, UNLV is located in Paradise. So, if you want to go to the UNLV Law School, if you want to go to the UNLV Med School, if you want to go to the Thomas and Mack and watch the games, the UNLV Running Rebels, that's all there. As well, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, in Paradise. T-Mobile Arena, home of our favorites, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, is there in Paradise. Look, Paradise is the center of the action here if you're thinking of it from a tourist point of view. It's a great place to live if you want to be as close as possible to the action. So let's talk about the next thing. In the Paradise area, homes are a little more affordable. The price per square foot is a little lower, and there's some reasons for that, and we'll talk about all that. But if you're looking for a great deal, if you're possibly a first-time homeowner, Paradise has some great options versus, you know, where they're a little pricier in a place like a Summerlin or a Henderson. Paradise is a more affordable area of the Las Vegas area. It's still a great area. There's still some great areas within it, but it is more affordable than some of the other newer developments. Which brings us to the next part. If you're looking for a multi-family unit, if you're looking for a condo or a townhome, there's a lot more of that inventory within the Paradise area. Again, part of the reason why the homes are more affordable is there is a lot more multi-family units there. So that just gives you another option to look at if you want to come here and you want to start out affordable budget. It's a great option for you to look at. Like I said, it's still a great neighborhood, still a great suburb. There's a lot of good places in it, and we can find you something that would work for you, I'm sure, just fine. But it's not all condos and townhouses. There are fantastic communities developed there as well. For example, there's the Silverado Ranch area. Great single-family home residences there, nicely built, well taken care of, just a great location to live in. So you have a great affordable location to live in where you're that close to all the action. Just a fantastic option. And there's other ones in addition to Silverado Ranch, and they're still doing a lot of revitalization, and they're still building up stuff there. There's a brand new Sprouts in Paradise that is beautiful. They're doing a lot of new construction, a lot of master plan communities. But the areas that aren't part of a master plan, the areas that are more disparate than that homogeneous master plan type feel, Las Vegas is awesome because it's like the perpetual butterfly. We grow and all of a sudden we revitalize and a brand new beautiful area comes out of it. So you can be on top of that development cycle and be part of that revitalization and that rebirth that happens here in Las Vegas. We are always remaking ourselves into a better version of ourselves over and over again. Las Vegas doesn't stay static for long. There's always new development. There's always upgrading and making things better and better, more modern, and the ability to make just a better Las Vegas is always occurring here. It's one of the reasons why our economics, our employment position here is fantastic. And people do not just work on the Strip. We do not all work in hotels. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have lots of manufacturing, distribution centers, high technology firms. There is just so much economic activity here, and a lot of it occurs within Paradise. That's one of the big draws of it as well. Yes, you have the tourism and hospitality with the Strip, but you have all the other manufacturing and other facilities that are being built up in the area. And not only that, and this is the final one, and they kind of go together. There's lots of commercial areas, lots of shopping, lots of big box stores, lots of the things that you're looking to buy and do. All of that is built up in this area. The Fashion Show Mall, obviously on the Strip, in Paradise. The Boulevard Mall, which is more of an entertainment center now, in Paradise. There's multiple Targets within Paradise. There's multiple Walmarts within Paradise. There's Best Buys. There's, like I said, all the big box stores, and they're constantly building new stuff around here to cater to the burgeoning population and all of the people. Look, we get 300 people a day making their move to Las Vegas. Now, that's not a net of 300, but 300 new people a day are coming to Las Vegas. So we have to keep this city growing and keep this city revitalized and keep this city, you know, moving more and more modern, more and more to today's standards versus the 70s and 80s. So Paradise is big into that, and we are continuing to grow it up. It's got a lot of great positives, but let's talk about some of the potential challenges of living in Paradise. And the first potential challenge, or it's not really a challenge, it's just a characteristic. It's a more mature area. Because of how population growth generally works. You work from the inside and you work out. So the area near the Strip, you would assume, is a little more mature area, as is Paradise. So you're going to find a lot of construction that was done during the 70s through the early 90s and early 2000s. That's what a lot of the housing is like there. But that doesn't mean that it's not great housing. A lot of it has been revamped, remodeled, redone. Like I said, Vegas is the perpetual butterfly. We are constantly upgrading and making things better, and we are doing the same thing with the homes themselves. It also gives you some great opportunities if you want to put your own flair on a piece of property and you want to buy a piece of property that hasn't been remodeled yet and you want to do the remodeling. Paradise may be a great opportunity for you. So it is a more mature area. It's been built up. There's not those huge master plan developments like you see that's happening in Inspirada and Henderson, and continued development here in Summerlin and Summerlin West. but there are some fantastic opportunities. And it is why the home affordability is a little bit better there. The cost of living there is also a little bit better than in some of those newer areas. So just one of those things to think about. One of the next challenges, maybe, because it has been built up and it's more mature, it's a little more dense. There's a little more traffic because it is the center of all the action, the potential for there to be more traffic depending on which part of Paradise you're in. So that wide open country lane feel, probably not going to happen in Paradise. But if you don't mind, and look, I say traffic and we say traffic here in Las Vegas. We just like to complain about stuff. Everybody likes to complain. Our traffic here, like I said, I have lived throughout the country. I have lived in New York. I've lived in LA. I've lived in Orange County. I've lived in San Diego. I've lived in Boston. Our traffic here, what we consider traffic, and it isn't traffic. Our worst day is probably very close to your best day of traffic where you're from, if you're moving from one of those big cities. So we like to complain about the traffic, but the traffic really isn't that bad. The last thing that may be a potential challenge is that there is more mixed use. So you do have not that homogeneous feel, not that master plan feel that you would get in a Summerlin or a Henderson type master plan community, or Southern Highlands, or some of the areas in Centennial Hills. It is more mixed use. Everything is governed by zoning laws primarily, rather than a master plan community. So you will find stores next to houses. You will find parks next to a store. There's a lot of that still there. You will also find condos and townhouses next to single family, next to a store area. You will find some businesses and manufacturing. All of it, there is a plan to it. The zoning board does a good job. You need to make sure that you go to the area in Paradise that you're looking for, or have me or my team take you around virtually and show you, hey, this is what's around here. Look, and that's one of the great things about my channel. I try and show you all of Las Vegas. If you're moving to a certain area, I want you to know about the area. I don't want you to be, you know, all roses and rose-colored glasses and then get here and go, what? I wasn't expecting that. So I want you to know, watch my videos. Go through my playlist of the pros and cons of different neighborhoods and you'll get a good understanding. Go take some of those vlog tours that I do in different neighborhoods and you'll get a good understanding of what the neighborhood is like, what's around there, and see if that does match what you're looking for. We've got something for everybody here. There is what you're looking for, we've got it. Whether it's a $25 million mansion or a $150,000 condo, we've got you set. There is everything that you could be looking for right here in Las Vegas. Paradise, great area. I'd love to show you something. If you're interested, go ahead. My info's down below. And I'd love for you to comment on what you think about Paradise. And go ahead and subscribe and let me know. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the neighborhood. And if not, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.